Hey guys, it's Laura. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I do videos on luxury handbags, shoes, shopping, and occasionally travel, but mostly luxury handbags. If those are topics that you're interested in, please consider subscribing to my channel and click the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. So guys, this next video is inspired by selling your bags. Now, I never really buy a bag with the intention of selling it, but sometimes I occasionally will let something go if it's just been sitting on my shelf. A lot of people also like to think of their bags as placeholders of wealth, or maybe in some cases, like with Hermes, an investment piece. And I think for some handbag lovers, they like to know that in the event of a rainy day, maybe they're starting a business, maybe they've had some hard times, that they could sell the bag and get a good amount of money back for them. So in this scenario of the video, I am going to be selling all of my bags. Hypothetically, I'm not really selling any of these bags, but I really wanted to sit and think of if I decided to sell off my collection, or maybe I wanted to really pare it down and just keep the bags that I use and love, which are the 5 bags that I would keep. Now the first bag is going to be a classic flap. I have 3 classic flaps. I have a black caviar with silver hardware, I have a beige clair lambskin with gold hardware, and then I have a small 20S gray chevron lambskin with the champagne gold hardware. I looked at these 3 classic flaps and I really thought to myself, of these 3, if I had to sell them, which one would I keep? And the one that I decided to keep would be my 20S light gray lambskin chevron bag. Now the reason that I decided to keep this one is because this is going to be the hardest bag to replace. If I were to sell my black caviar or my beige lambskin, it would be easier to replace those, but this one is really a unicorn bag. I don't see them for sale a lot on the pre-loved market. Dearlux had one recently, which is actually where I bought this one. This is a pre-loved bag, but other than that, I never really see them for sale anywhere, so that's why I decided to keep this one of my 3 classic flaps. For my next bag, I really wanted to keep an everyday bag, and the one that I decided to go with is my Louis Vuitton Pochette Métis. This is a great everyday bag for me. I know some people have said this bag has had its moment and it's no longer an it bag. I don't really care. For me, this bag is so versatile, very useful. There's stuff in there, but there are 3 main compartments. It has a crossbody strap. I love the canvas material. I think for an everyday bag, canvas is a really great material to have. The one con I would say would be the vachetta or vachetta leather top handle, as well as these little details on the side. Those can get watermarks, so for an everyday bag, you might see wear and tear on these pieces more, but what I like to do is I will occasionally spray them with Apple Guard, and they have held up really well. I do have a few stains here and there, but for the most part, the vachetta is in really great condition, and it does patina over time. It gets a really pretty honey color. It starts off as a very light, almost white leather, so this would be the bag that I keep for my everyday. Now the next bag that I'm going to be keeping is a white bag. I really love white bags with gold hardware. I have a few. I have my 2 YSL bags, one with the silver hardware and one with the gold hardware. However, I decided that those would not make the cut in this list, and that's because both of them are easily replaceable. If I were to sell them and then later change my mind and want to add them back into my collection, I can easily go on YSL's website or into a boutique and find them and buy them again. Of course, I would be paying more than what I originally paid for, especially because I got them for pre-pandemic pricing. But you know, that's neither here nor there. The point is those are easily replaceable. The one that is not easily replaceable is my white mini top handle. Now this bag is slightly iridescent, which I really like. It is a lambskin bag. I love the mini top handle bag. When these came out last year, I thought they were so cute. I wasn't able to score one in the caviar leather. They only made those for the first season in caviar, and ever since then they've been in the lambskin. So I have 2 of these, but of the 2 I would definitely be keeping the white one. I just think it's more versatile. I like the aged gold hardware that it has, and the strap is really cute. For me, it is the perfect crossbody strap. I'm 5'2" and it hits me just at the right spot, but I really like to use this as a top handle bag. That is my favorite. This is really a go-to bag for like a girls brunch, or maybe I have like a baby shower or something like that. This is definitely my pick. Also, I feel like if you're getting married, this is a really cute bag to have for your wedding day. Now this next choice was a little bit of a challenge, and that's because I have these two bags that, in my opinion, are quite similar but different enough to have both in my collection, but they kind of serve similar purposes, and they are my Chic Pearls bag and then my black wallet on a chain from YSL. Now these are different enough because this one is goatskin, and of course it has the pearl details at the top, which I think make it very different from this bag. This one is in the black pebbled leather from YSL. It has a chevron quilting, whereas this is the diamond quilting. And these are bags that I normally would use to take out. Say I'm going to dinner one night and I'm dressing up a little bit more, and black is just the perfect bag to take. I would usually choose from one of these. Now I decided that, like with the white bag, the YSL bags are more easily replaceable. The one that I would sell would probably be my wallet on a chain, as much as I would miss it, and I probably would replace it if I was able to. So that being said, I decided that the bag that I would be keeping in my collection would be my Chic Pearls. I love this bag so much. I think it's so unique. It's not a bag that you see as much out there because it was a seasonal bag, but it's still classic enough that I think it could last you through the ages. It is about the size of a wallet on chain, so I still have some things in there. Like I have a lipstick and a lip gloss from the other night because I actually used this for girls' night. And I think I have my dinner receipt. Yep, I do. But yeah, this serves the purpose of a wallet on a chain for going out. It is about the same size. It fits about the same amount. So this is the one that I would be keeping for going out to dinner or something a little dressier at night. So for my fifth and final pick, it was also another challenge because I have two bags here that are both classics in my collection. They were both dream wish list bags and I was able to get them, so it would be difficult to want to part with either, but I kind of feel like they serve a similar function in the fact that they are both black Chanel bags. Now I know they're very different. This is my trendy CC in the size small with the gold hardware, and then this is my medium classic flap with the caviar leather and silver hardware. And initially when I started this video, I told myself that I would only hypothetically be keeping one classic flap, and then I was naturally going to pick my trendy CC as my black Chanel bag to keep. Now I know they're both very different, but I just, in my head, I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep one bigger Chanel bag, and it was going to be the trendy CC, apart from the Chic Pearls that I'm keeping that is also black. But then when I really thought about it, I was like, okay, what if you could only keep one bag of your entire collection? Which would it be? And my head naturally said my classic flap. This was the dream bag. This was the bag that I always wanted. So how can I part with that and keep this when I know that this is the OG? So it was a tough decision. I really like both bags. This one I would say is probably a little more difficult to get than this one. And if I'm going by, you know, which one is harder to replace, then I would probably lean towards this one, as I think this one is easier to replace. You can find them easier in the boutique, although over the pandemic it got significantly harder to get a black classic flap. But the trendy CC only comes out seasonally. It's not always out. It comes in different colors. If you are to buy it on a pre-loved website, then you're likely to pay a lot more above retail. This one is a lot more expensive than this one, so it was a tough decision when I was weighing the pros and cons. But ultimately, I decided that I would be keeping the OG, my black medium classic flap. I don't know how I could let this go unless I absolutely had to. And the thing about replacing it is it sells now for a lot more than what I paid for this bag. So I would be spending thousands and thousands of dollars more to replace it. So I think I just would keep this. And again, if I were to keep one bag instead of 5, this would be my pick. Alright guys, well that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I think this video is a really fun video to do if you're a YouTuber as well. Every so often, maybe 1 or 2 times a year, really to see how your tastes change. I think I've done this video before, so I'll have to go back and look and see what I picked for my 5 bags that time. But these are my selections for this time around. And if you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!